Yes, hello, good morning everyone. I'd like to welcome our lovely listeners to our Grow Prosper podcast by Postbank Uganda. And with you today is your host, Arinda Paul. And I would like to again welcome all of you for logging in, for viewing us. And the theme for this podcast is going to be financial literacy and cybersecurity during the festive season. We are going to have a conversation around this. We're going to have various speakers who will talk to us. We shall ask them a few questions and we listen to what they have to say about this topic. We have reached the festive season. It's the end of the year. We've gone through the 11 months. We're in the last month. And during this season, this is where people are coming together, celebrate as a family. After a whole long year, people are flying in, people are flying out. And we have this time as well where people now have saved for a whole year and are planning on spending. Some saved till Black November. But then there are those that decided to keep their money. So I want to hear what different people have to say about how this can be done. Give us some advice. You can, take what you can. You might not be able to remember everything, but I'll definitely advise you to. With me is a lovely team from Postbank. They will introduce themselves to you and really like you to, listen to what they have to say because they are coming from a point of experience. They have quite the knowledge they will share with you. And with that, I would like to introduce to you our panelists, our guests that are going to talk to us. And they will introduce themselves. We shall start with the gentleman in black.
Okay, thank you, Paul. Morning, listeners. My name is Derrick Mugume. I'm from the Remittances department.
And good morning. My name is Esther Muthoni. I am the Supervisor Women Business, high net worth individuals and diaspora banking.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Harold Mucunguzi. I'm Supervisor Remittances in operations.
I understand some people have this culture of having New Year resolutions at the beginning of every year. And I'm sure at least among one of you, you must have sat down and you're like, 2024, you have done this, and this, right? I'm sure, one of you at least. I'd like to ask I think I'll start with Derrick. Derrick, what is that one thing you wrote down at the beginning of the year in January and you've actually accomplished?
Thank you, Paul. I think at the start of 2024, starting in December, that was December 2023, I had a resolution to move out because by the time I was still staying home. So I think that's what, and I think I've accomplished because I'm now out staying alone. So I've hit that.
One step, right?
Yeah, one step at a time.
Thank you so much. Well, I have a question. I have a question for Esther. You told us that you're the supervisor for women business and the diaspora as well. And during this festive season, people are flying into the country, to be with their families, to celebrate. And we understand the bank has some products, has the diaspora banking products. And is it possible to tell the people what products exactly we have that these people can actually take advantage of? How it can help them, if they can, monitor their finances, if they are out of the countries they were in, or if they're flying out, something like that. Yes, please.
Okay, thank you, Paul. What I would like to let our customers, our diaspora customers know, is that they don't need to be inside Uganda to be able to access our products and services. The bank has some robust internet banking systems, and you're able to access all our services through our system, our online banking system, and through a dedicated relationship managers that we have in the bank. So we are going to begin with account opening. You can open your account instantly from anywhere in the world by going to our online banking link that is in our website, the Postbank website. Maybe I'll like to tell our customers more about our diaspora banking account. It is an account that is designed to help our diaspora customers reach their financial and banking goals. Yeah. So the diaspora account is designed to help our diaspora customers reach their banking and financial goals. When you look at the features and benefits of the diaspora account, it is an account that can be opened in either shillings or any of the 3 major currencies, which are the USD, which is the United States dollars, the Great British pounds, or the euro. Since our diaspora customers are normally not in the country and don't transact on a daily, the bank decided that it should be an account that does not attract any charges. So the customers are able to put their money, save their money without incurring any charges, the monthly maintenance charges. Okay, then the other thing is that this account can be accessed anywhere, anytime, using either our online or mobile banking system. The other thing about the account is that it can help the diaspora customers access our diaspora loans or any of our various loan products. And now that I am talking about the loan products, we know that a lot of our diaspora customers are very interested in investing back home, and we have an array of products, loan products that can help them achieve that need or achieve that goal and target that they have for themselves. So maybe when we look at the home and land loan, it helps the diaspora customer either purchase land or property. So it is a product that has the flexibility of a longer duration of time that the customer can use to pay for the loan. Someone might ask, oh, how do they kickstart that journey of acquiring
The land loan.
How do they kickstart the journey of acquiring properties in Uganda? They can begin by either saving and investing within the country, and also the bank offers the savings and investment products. So you can either look at the treasury bills and bonds, which are government securities that enable our customers save either for a short-term goal. When you look at the short-term goal, you can look at they can look at investing in the treasury bills. The treasury bills are normally government instruments that are short-term and that target someone who is willing or is looking at investing for a maximum period of 1 year, and they are at a very competitive interest rates. Then when you look at a person who has a long-term goal, maybe they are looking at maybe buying a large property and they want to raise the deposit required to purchase that property, they can look at investing in the treasury bonds. The period for investing in the bond is between 2 years to 20 years.
20 years.
Yes.
True.
And the interest is normally paid on a half-yearly basis, and the interest is called a coupon. The interest that is paid by the government instruments is called a coupon, and it is paid every 6 months.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. So, Derrick, I'm back to you. Of course, after you've heard what she has said, and I have a question for you. Now, it's during this period of Christmas and cheers and everything. How is this going to influence Uganda's economy? I mean, we have the holiday shopping and the festive season. So how do you see it happening in our economy right now?
Thank you, Paul. For most households, to break it down from the households to businesses and to government, this festive season comes with it's a two-edged sword for most families. It's a time when they expect more income, because if they're involved in business or the ones that are employed by different institutions, some institutions give the 13th check. So more income for households, but also it comes with more expenditure. The households usually grow larger during this time. It's a time when you decide to go back home, and in the house that was accommodating 3 people, now you're 10, and you have to find a way of fitting in. Yeah, but it's a good time for households that receive more money, so you have to be wise of your expenditure. For For the businesses, it's a good time for retail. Retail business right now is it's a season when they will make sales. People are selling Christmas trees. It's a time for lights. Also, tour and travel. Tourism is really, it's a time, it's a peak period for tourism. To give into course, businesses, that's tourism, then hospitality. They see an increase in sales, increase in customers. And for government, I can't talk about the economy without talking about the shilling. It's a good time for the shilling. This year particularly has been good. It has gained strength over the dollar and this comes down to the increase in remittances. We have people who are abroad and they're sending more money into the economy, and we can see it's a good time. So when it comes to remittances, as post banks, that's where we come in. We ensure that you have a seamless transaction experience with our different products. You can we receive money through our different channels. That is Western Union, we have MoneyGram, we have Transfers, and also through SWIFT. You send the money directly to your account. And our rates are very competitive, as we've said. I think that's our selling point, very competitive rates when you're receiving money. And also the turnaround time for this money to reach you is top notch. At least you're sure that your money will reach post bank. And even for the inward transfers in the country, we have RTGS, we do EFTs, and we are there for our customers. That's what I can say about it.
We have another speaker who is going to join us, and he's specifically going to talk about the second part of the theme. I'm going to re-echo the theme just in case for those that didn't hear it at first. It is financial literacy and cybersecurity during the festive season. So this gentleman is going to tackle the area of cybersecurity. I would like to welcome him to join us, and he will introduce himself. It's okay.
What I was telling you about now, this is Christmas.
Now we have to accommodate the individual. Okay, would like to welcome you to our podcast, and if you don't mind, may introduce yourself and what you do for Postbank.
Thank you for having me. My name is Mwesige. I'm the head of IT Security and Governance at Postbank.
IT Security. Okay. So as you can see, our theme heavily, rotates around cybersecurity, and we wanted to understand how this is going to work during the festive season. What advice you would have for the people? What measures you would expect them to follow in order to keep the institution and even themselves safe from any cyber crime that might affect them? And in this regard, we have a question for you from someone, and they're asking that towards this festive season, what new tricks have fraudsters come up with? What new methods have they figured out can work, and are they likely to emerge? Do they apply to us as Postbank as well, or as Uganda? Do they apply to us, and how can we make sure we keep ourselves safe?
Firstly, I would like to say for fraud to happen, it relies on trust, and also it relies on human nature. Right now, I think there are some people who are planning for December. In December, they are looking for Christmas money. They have no plans right now, right? So that urgency to get money for the festive period, in the festive period, can cause a bit of need for money. Now, your guard can be lowered because you're not sure where this is coming from. Now, fraudsters right now, that's why towards the festive period, incidents pick up in terms of fraud. And they pick up because of the need for money. You see, some employers also will pay much earlier than Christmas. So they know around right now, kids have broken off for holidays, they're at home demanding.
Other people can celebrate with them
yes.
as well.
So there's a demand right now for money at home, but also for the festive period. And you'll find that whole environment will lead to your guard being down in terms of fraud. Now, the fraudsters usually are smart. There's no conman who is not well dressed, right? And they are utilizing this need for money to be able to pull off scams. Right now you'll see Black Friday sales, festive period sales. Some of them are legitimate, some of them are not. And it's one thing to watch out for what is legitimate and what's not legitimate. Sometimes you receive these notices, they usually go over WhatsApp, that Emirates is giving discounts on flights. Flight to Dubai, you can win a ticket, and you'll find them being forwarded. But who is there cautious that they feel that they are that lucky to win these tickets? And most times we offload security to the organization, and we don't take our own personal security serious. Yeah. So when you're doing awareness, you ask someone, do you have a password on your phone? Do you have a multi-factor on your WhatsApp? All these seem foreign. And sometimes you ask them, do you have a password on your phone? They say, I have nothing to hide.
Yeah.
Right? but having a password on your phone is not only for hiding things. So that mentality that you're not hiding things, because I've seen cases where you're breached, an individual is breached, but then they may not have something that they can compromise in terms of money. But your contacts will be utilized. So they will say, Harold is asking, I'm stuck, send me money. And a colleague from another institution also contacted me. One of their heads was compromised. So they kept on sending messages to their contacts that I'm stuck, send me money. Some, of course, they believe, by the time so-and-so sends us that, and from his WhatsApp, it should be legitimate. So they kept on sending until much later, when at the end of the day, when she could be able to let them know that, please, my WhatsApp was hacked, don't send. And those who are traveling, you'll find you reach a hotel or reach a public place that has free Wi-Fi. Yeah, and you want to use that what? Free Wi-Fi. But you don't know who is also on that Wi-Fi network and who is trying to capture anyone who joins it and their details. And this is very common because we like free things. We don't. We like free things, and when we find something free, cheap, we want to utilize that opportunity. It seems like an opportunity, but ideally we should be cautious. Who is the person next? If I'm on a free Wi-Fi, what should I do while on that free Wi-Fi? I can't log into my mobile banking apps. I shouldn't do internet banking on that Wi-Fi. May I use a more secure one that I trust, right? So this, and the thing is that once the fraudsters that operate with individuals work on a short window, they're not like the ones that deal with organizations. The ones that compromise organizations are there for a longer period of time. But for the ones that are targeting individuals, once they get access, it's going to be instant before you realize and before you can kick them out. So it's to be cautious. Yes, there's a need for money, but let's not want money too much that we end up exposing not only ourselves but also our people that we can communicate with. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Stevie, for that insight. I think I was hit when you said free Wi-Fi. Every time we go to a place, the first thing we do is ask for the password. Yeah. But thank you so much for that insight. We are going to go to the part of now the financial literacy in the theme for the podcast, and we have with us Harold, who's going to give us a deep dive into this matter. So Harold, remember back in high school, we had this dry spell. People used to call it kau. And people tend to overspend during this festive season and end up in that state, in that dry spell. And January comes and hits them hard. Or even before December ends, they are already in their situation, yes. And because of some of the reasons that our speakers have mentioned. So what advice would you give people during this festive season? How can they manage their finances so that when Jan comes, they are not hanging on for dear life?
Okay, thank you, Paul. Thank you to my fellow presenters for presenting. Yeah, kau is when it comes, it hits hard, But Stephen mentioned something about the need people have during this Christmas time. And because maybe more people have come home. But also what we need to look at is that companies and businesses are now taking advantage of this celebratory festive season to bombard us with all these kind of packages, promotions, and all the way from November, into December. There are these packages that pay this much, you get this package, and you hear Christmas songs and you start feeling like celebrating, and you can easily forget that what you've been working for through the year and what you've been saving through the year. You find that instead of being disciplined, even during the festive season, you spend all of it and you find now you're in KAU and you're starting afresh again. I think I've been in those KAU situations before. Yeah, but I learned the hard way, let me put it that way. And one of the things I learned was that budgeting is important. People like talking about budgeting, and the way budgeting sometimes is introduced to us, it makes it look like it's a tedious task. Yes,
it's not something
you're
that
restricting
to
me.
small finances
You're restricting me from spending my money the way I want and things like that. But what if you looked at budgeting in a strategy perspective? We have been talking here about bonds. She has mentioned fixed deposits. And what if you looked at budgeting in a way that, from what I earn, how can I prepare myself for a better future? So that means that you'll also have to understand that you have to be disciplined with whatever you earn. I know sometimes you can think, I earn little money, but try looking at your spending habits. Your colleague at work walks in with an iPhone 14.
You decide.
And yesterday they had an item. So all of a sudden, you feel like the pressure has come. People are getting gifts. You start feeling that pressure. That I don't want to be left behind. Someone has bought a car. Someone has done these things. And now, if that pressure comes in, and we are not strong enough to figure out that, even if they have that, I'm not them. I still have my lane to live on. Definitely. I can plan and get the iPhone, later. It doesn't have to be today. It doesn't have to be tomorrow. It helps because you should understand that during the month, even in the festive season, there are some basics which will have to be met. Definitely. Basic needs, like food. If you're paying rent, you have to pay your rent. The bills are there, electricity, water. Those will not go away. School fees is coming. Exactly. So, and remember, through the year, you've actually been paying those things, and you might not have necessarily been going into KAU while you're paying all these needs. You might have even been saving on top of paying these. But now, when Christmas comes, you pick everything. And you say, I'll push these needs to January. Find like now, when you're paid in December, you spend everything. Now January looks like 90 days instead of 30 days, And you're thinking, man, when is the month ending? When am I getting my salary? You've maybe eaten up on your savings. If you've invested, you can't just break the investment, to meet this need. Or if you have to, it is painful. Because you see what you've worked hard to save, So financial discipline helps a lot in that. I know one of the radical things I had to do was actually to learn how to use, I call it an envelope system, where in the beginning, it takes time, but when you understand that in a month I spend, let's say, 100,000 on transport, so you get 100,000 and put it in the envelope. This is like the basic transport. You're not going to use Uber, you're not going to use, what you use every day. If it's a taxi, boda, it comes to 100,000. So that is in that envelope. And then food, electricity, and what. So as the month goes, if you find that the transport envelope is finished and you have not yet got to the point of getting your salary, then there's a problem. If the food envelope is finished and you're now picking electricity money or something, then at the beginning now you start learning along the way that, okay, it seems that something I did this month made me encroach into another funds allocated for something. So that has helped me to manage at least when, like now the festive season has come, but in my mind it is there that these envelopes have to be constant. Anything extra we shall spend. Yeah. But also it's important to have good friends, you know, people who can you can work with, talk about money issues, talk about budgeting, managing the money. When you have those kind of people around you, it helps you to walk this journey with them. You know, I know we are good at having circles, groups where we save and then we give each other money, things like that. That's one way of doing it. Yeah. So it's very helpful in that way to have people who you can talk to. Yeah. And you'll find that if Christmas comes and you want to spend, for example, going in a hotel, start booking in January. Talk to these hotels in January. You know, let them get to know you. I do that a lot with my wife. We go to different places, talk to them, walk around the rooms, ask them if we are a group, what offers do you have. So by the time we are talking with them again towards the Christmas period, we already have this relationship. Yeah, we have the information. So, and when you're a group now, you get discounts and things like that. So in the end, you find the expenditure even comes down, you know, a bit, and it helps a lot. So that's just, there's a lot to talk about, but in a nutshell, if you're able to do it, just simple, small things, don't get excited with, especially with the spending. It will help you to not get to the KAU
state in January.
Yeah, where you go home and your kids are looking at you. We used to have bread and butter, now you're bringing cassava. Yeah, and of course you'll not fall victim to what Stephen was talking about, the cyber, where these guys now see you're planning for Christmas in December. So you're now, hey, your antennas are up looking for money in all forms of ways, and these guys are watching and waiting, and they know this is an easy target. We can do what? We can get something through him. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Harold. From the corner of my eye, I saw Derrick wanting to say something. He was dying to mention. I don't know what it is, but feel free to share.
When I talked about envelopes, let me think. So you have an enjoyment envelope. Can you pick from food and that enjoyment? That would be bad budgeting. The enjoyment.
It should be the other way around.
You enter a fasting period. No, but you can start fasting after you transfer.
True.
So you air crusher you, then you fast after. That's the KAU period we're talking about.
You pick from food and that enjoyment around 20th, 21st.
Yeah.
Derrick, I'll be waiting for your phone call in Jan. No, I'm here to help you. I'm the good friend Harold was talking about.
On January 16th.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I heard most of you mentioning savings, talking about planning, and also this festive season. So my question is directed to Esther. May you tell our listeners who are making the 2025 resolutions at this point, for those that are making them, we shall actually ask Stephen about his New Year's resolutions also. May you tell us about this Wendy that gives us 10% daily interest, how it can help them as they make their resolutions, their saving plans as well, something like that, yes.
So Wendy is the bank's mobile money platform that works like any other mobile money platform. So, and you also know that Postbank, our purpose is to foster prosperity for all Ugandans, and we are here to make sure that our customers grow and prosper. So Wendy, through Wendy, all our customers can save from anywhere, anytime, at the comfort of their homes, and from any amount, 20,000 and above, they are able to earn an interest of 10% per annum, and this is credited on a daily basis. So it means that they will be able to monitor their savings every time, anytime, anywhere. And how do they do that? They can do that by subscribing to Wendy. They can either dial *229#. If not, they can go to the App Store, Play Store, and download the Wendy app. Yeah. Yes. And actually, just like Harold was saying, put away some money this December as you plan for paying school fees in January, or in February, I think. And as also you plan to not walk to work in January because
and first for Stephen.
yeah, because you see that the December salary will still have to cater for your needs till the time you paid in January.
Okay. Thank you so much, our dear panelists. At this point, there are questions I've been asking you, based on what I felt like people would want to know during this period. I feel like they might have limited you, compared to what you would have wanted to say. Maybe you had something to say outside the questions, some advice or, points that you would like to put across. This would be the perfect time. I'd like to start with Stevie with your New Year's resolutions.
Mine is to utilize what is available. I think this year is the first year I've not planned for January, for Christmas in December. And it's utilizing the opportunities available to me. I've been saving on Wendy. That interest that I've accrued, I'm going to eat it, all of it.
The envelope for enjoyment.
The envelope for enjoyment has grown due to those savings. So that's why I won't eat without fear or favor. So it's to keep on saving and develop a saving culture with my peers, the family members. Hopefully I'll be able to encourage more, not to be the burden of financial support during this festive period, and also extend these savings, these opportunities that we have access to those that may not know of them, but they could be part of this saving journey. So yeah, that's my resolution for next year.
Powerful resolution. Thank you so much. Mr. Harold, you may go next.
Yeah, I think for me, I would say to be patient with you set a goal, like the resolution at the beginning of the year. If it is, for example, to say I want to have savings of this much, or I want to achieve a certain goal, to be patient with the process. That's why I was telling you earlier, living that day by day. But that day by day should be taking you towards achieving what you want to achieve. At some point, if you feel you're getting frustrated, when am I getting there? That's when now you have to even, hold on more stronger. Yeah, you remind yourself that this thing has to really be done, and stay focused, and definitely you'll see the progress at the end of the day. Or other people will see that, hey, you've really made some progress here. Yeah.
No, for sure. Thank you. Esther, please.
Okay, for me, maybe I would just like to tell Ugandans that banking has moved away from the traditional banking, where you have to walk into a banking hall to get a service. You're able to do anything from anywhere without visiting any of our branches. So you can actually go to our website, open an account. You can use your mobile phone, open a Wendy account and start saving. And actually you can even borrow from our Wendy platform anytime, instantly. So banking is so much easier. Kindly embrace the journey of being financially empowered. That's what I would like to tell the Ugandans. And Merry Christmas and a happy and prosperous 2025.
Thank you very much. We shall conclude with Derrick here with his powerful points.
Thank you so much, Paul. I, just like Stephen, we've been, with the unit, we've been able to save under Wendy. That's group saving. So that interest, we're going to make sure we do the best with it. So at least that was also one of my financial goals last year, was to make sure that by the end of the year, I'm not only surviving on salary. So at least with Wendy savings, I know I'll get something extra. And also advice to our customers out there is that we take advantage of the bank products that are available to us, and some of these products enable us to grow, like the treasury bonds she mentioned, the treasury bills. You're able to have the coupon at the end of the 6 months, or at the end of the period it has been running, and this enable us to increase our sources of income. Finally, my financial targets next year, I'll still keep up with one of increasing my avenues of earning more money, because the higher you can earn, the better. Yeah, at least that is one of the things I'll have to keep up with. So to wrap it up, I'd like to wish a Merry Christmas to our viewers. Spend wisely during this time. Make sure you have those envelopes in the right place. Yeah, and wish them
Shift money from one envelope.
yeah, to another. Yeah, wish them a happy festive season.
Thank you. Thank you so much. This is the end of our podcast. I'd like to thank you so much for all the information, advice you've given the people. And I would like to call that a wrap. Otherwise, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.